The Gunnaz Podcast.
Alright, people, we're back again for a new episode of the Gunnaz Podcast. I'm Dylan, if you don't know already. If you're from TDK and you saw me start up, then welcome. We have one special guest today, somebody that they claim that I'm related to. But I'm Dylan, this is Decanio, my other co-host, and let's welcome Kareem. I have no sound effects, so hearing. But
keep it simple. Greetings.
But yeah, take it away, Decanio.
Yeah, so let's start with the match reaction. So I'll go first. It was not what I was expecting. It was a pretty controlled game. I wasn't fretting at all at any moment in the game. Sometimes you might get frustrated when we give the ball away, but for today, when we gave the ball away, we want it back instantly. So Ben White would lose the ball, he gave it away, he recovered. Declan Rice lost the ball, he recovered. Today we were just sharp, we were on it. And another thing I loved it today as well, the second half improved from the get-go. Right? Normally we start our first halves well, and then second half will kind of take a little while to get back into the groove. But this time we started out straight, right to the point. And yeah, bro, we were deserved winners. Everton posed no threat at all. I wasn't scared. I wasn't fretting or anything like that throughout. So yeah, bro, comfortable win. We finally beat our bogey team at their ground. So yeah, bro, very, very happy. Dylan?
For me, it was, I think Rhea really stole the show. Declan Rice again. I was on the phone with Kareem watching the game, and I think I probably was pretty much overjoyed every time Rice and Rhea touched the ball, because it just felt like we went to a whole different level in class. Like when Rhea controlled the ball, I was in no way scared. The same fretting I have with Ramsdale, I just never felt it. His passing range is immaculate. The way he can spray balls anywhere. Selection of passes, this reminds me of to show how crazy it is, and I don't want to sound too reactive in this, but when Leno got benched for Ramsdale, and remember how we're all yo, somebody that can use their feet. This felt like the next level after that again. And this is no hate on Ramsdale, but I feel like Rhea just have an aura about him. He just has something about him that just makes me feel calm. Right?
It doesn't
Sorry?
It doesn't like aura.
Yeah, but it was even more than that, in the sense that he's smaller in frame. Edison is a bit taller, center of gravity is a bit different. But when I was watching Rhea, I was just like, yo, this little sharp man look like say he will claim every cross. He's so yeah, I mean, across the team, we'll really dive into it more in the player ratings, which we'll probably all agree and disagree on. But yeah, I think Rhea for me, and Fabio Vieira. Sorry, before I give you the floor, Kareem, but Fabio Vieira, the performance was just a making of a potential Premier League beater for me. The way he would turn and look for a pass, and it's sometimes he knew that the pass was there already, and I think it was just him trusting his teammates. Even Nketiah in the first 10 minutes, I was like, this man is possessed, right? So yeah, just looking across that whole team, it was the first time that I was like, all right, this is what rotation will look like. I don't know what Smith Rowe needs to do to get minutes, but yeah, it was just for me, it was just really incredible to see. But
yeah, so to summarize, so that game, I can't help but think about the game, the same fixture last season this time. So it would just be positive progression. So everyone was involved. Wherever it is that we fell short last season, it's as though all of those gaps have been addressed. So as far as any duel on the pitch I can think about was one. I can't think of, maybe that's why it felt comfortable, but also a bit on edge. Everyone seemed to have a better grasp of what they're doing, just across the team. So yeah, comfortable but uncomfortable. That's the kind of game I'd have wanted to win by say like 3 goals or so, but solid.
All right, cool. So yeah, let's head over into the player ratings and let's get right into it. We'll do it alternatively. So I'll go Dylan and Karim. You guys can agree to disagree. So yeah, let's start off with Raya in goal. I'm gonna go with Karim because I've heard about Raya from you already, Dylan. Let me hear from Karim.
Well, so it, as Dylan said earlier, it feels like one of those watershed moments. But before we go to throw Ramsdale out entirely, I would say that this is a huge step in not having like any safe position in the team. So to give a rating for a debut, fantastic debut. He didn't really have that much to do, but I couldn't ask much more of him. And just seeing him with the ball at his feet is a revelation. So I would say Raya 8.5.
8.5. All right, cool. And at right back, let's go over to Benjamin Whittaker. Dylan.
You know, today when I was watching him, the one thought that went through my mind was, how is this man not in the England team? Like, I just could not understand. Like, you're having centre back problems, and you have this man like going into the every point of the right side of the pitch. Ben White was there, right? Like, and he looked weak nowhere, and he's picking up this thing. I don't know if Declan Rice is pushing him, right? But I didn't really see it as much last season as I saw it today. But I always say to Karim, when Declan Rice wants the ball, that's his ball, Like, you only think you have it, but it's his ball. And White started to do it. And I was just like, bro, like, this team is really going up in gears. For all that said, I can't fault him. He was committing to his attacker, which we haven't been seeing recently. So yeah, probably an 8. Clean sheet at Everton. Yeah, 8.
All right. Let's go over to the other wing back before we go to the centre back. So Zinchenko, Karim.
So Zinchenko for me is, so that told Dylan, it's either that you get a moment of genius or you get carelessness and nothing in between. So the same again, there was a period in the game where it just seemed as though the plan was get the ball to Zinchenko, have him try a shot and see what happens after that. So on the attacking side, I'm not going to fault him. There are some kind of, well, not shaky, but there are some slightly careless moments on the defensive part. So overall, I would still say 7.
7. All right, cool. I wouldn't even disagree with that, to be honest. But one thing I can say though is this team looks way more comfortable when he's playing. I know about the defensive frailties that he has, but just overall how the team clicks, we look a way better outfit with him in the team. So yeah, let's head over to Gabriel. Dylan.
I was hoping you'd give me Saliba. I know what you're saying. Okay, Gabriel, he put in some really sensational blocks. Right? Like, I think there were 2 or 3 blocks he put in today. That's how I was just like, yo, like, this man is a monster. Because the ball would come at him at some ridiculous speeds and just bounce off of him, and then he's running to commit to the to the attacker. So can't really fault him today, honestly. I think in the last like 4 minutes, I think his head was going a little bit, which was a little bit concerning because, on the big Champions League nights, I remember Alex Lynch, if he's watching, said to me that, you'd rather have Laporte than Gabriel in the last couple of minutes of a UCL game. And today is like one of those days that I was just like, yeah, like when he kicked the ball into the sky, I was just like, yo, what are we doing here? But yeah, I think it was a pretty standard Gabriel performance. I'd give him a 7.
7. Little moment of madness, but class.
Yeah, overall, it's like the comparison that I did on TDK with Ryan Ramsdale. You know, I'm going to live by that one for a little bit, but it was just like Gabriel he's a passion merchant, and I feel like in the last couple minutes, but I wouldn't say to some degrees he's a confidence player because he always gives you a 6 out of 10 no matter what, 6 out of 10 or higher. But it was just like the thing that Ramsdale talks about with like concentration. You saw half of Everton's fans leave, and it's like half of Gabriel's brain left as well. So it was just, I think that was my concern. But yeah, 7 for Gabriel.
All right, cool. Saliba, Karim.
Well, not quite a perfect performance, but yeah, just defensive Rolls Royce. So I would put that at. I'm trying to think of a fault of Saliba in this game where he put a foot wrong. Can't think of any. There was one moment where he just marshaled the Everton guy. He just showed him on his weaker foot and just let him exhaust himself and just marshaled it out of play. And I mean, that takes confidence, that takes ability, everything. So that's just class. So Saliba, 9, but that would be a bit unfair on the rest of the defense. The whole defensive unit was solid.
All right, cool. So yeah, let's head over to Declan Rice. Declan.
Oh, you gave me a play I'm really passionate about. Okay, no problem. Yeah, Rice. Just 100 million does feel like a steal at this point. Right? Like the way the man plays football, it's just like I don't miss Party, and it's crazy to say it, but I don't miss Party at all. Like, make Party get fit. Like, I want Party to be 110% fit before he sees back this team, because the way Declan Rice plays, the way he claims the ball, the way he passes the ball. I think he made one miss hit pass, but it was on his weaker foot. Like, he's sending crosses, left foot, right foot, same thing. I was just like, bro, yeah, just always good to see Declan Rice play. I can see that one thing that we're noticing, Declan, was when, Arteta wasn't really trusting him with collecting the ball from the keeper in those like centre back zones. But today you kind of saw him doing it a bit more. Picking the ball up from the last phase of play to bring it back up. So that was pretty cool to see. But yeah, 8.5 for Declan Rice.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna give Karim Fabio Vieira.
Yeah, Vieira deserved the start. He needs to start again. The goal came from when they tried something slightly different and gave it to him. I would say 7.5.
7.5. All right, cool.
It's a bit low, but fair.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say it's low.
His first start.
I wouldn't disagree with Karim's rating, to be honest, but just to give a bit more, he was class today. Like, even for that goal, with the offside goal that Martinelli scored, that was a brilliant ball. Just waiting on him to time run, playing the ball through instead of on his feet. Bro, this guy just a natural technical genius player in the team. Right, when it comes to finding a pass, that final ball, he is a guy in the team. I would say even over Odegaard. Odegaard has many more things to his game, but when it comes to this final pass, that Ozil-esque type of thing, I would say that's for Vieira and this team. So I love to see him. And remember when we used to say we don't think both of them can play together, right? Now we're seeing, I think it's up more to Vieira stepping up to the levels of the team. And now we're finally seeing them play together in the same team. So yeah, bro. 7.5, good rating, and yeah, I would love to see him start the next Premier League match. So Dylan Odegaard.
Hard. It wasn't his best game today. Yeah, it really wasn't his best game. Yeah, like Eddie was finding him with some really good passes, and Odegaard, it just wasn't there today. I don't know. I feel like Odegaard ignites when we're 1-0 down. But before things hit the fan, it's like Odegaard just like I don't know what it is. Like I don't think it's concentration. I don't know if it's like his passion doesn't like really come off yet, but it was just it's very flat from him today. I don't know if it's just me, but I have him in my box still. So it was disappointing for me today seeing that performance. I'd say I feel like 6 is harsh, but 6.
That is harsh. He grew as the game went along.
Mm. Yeah, I wouldn't say 6, bro.
Or 6.5. I couldn't give him a 7. Feel like very too nice. He's my captain. I expect the world from Odegaard. And I'm not saying this because I'm hating on him, you know. I just think that Odegaard could literally be the best midfielder in the Premier League over KDB. So in a game like this is where you're really expecting your captain to come through. And today for me, he didn't come through like how I expect my captain to come through based off the levels he has set.
Alright, cool. I disagree,
Well,
but
I think there's another reason why that actually took place, but we'll get into it after the player ratings. So the officiating has a lot to do with it.
True.
True. We'll get to the referees. So, next player, Gabriel Martinelli. I'll just deal with this one. He came off early. I don't know how serious that injury is. Did you guys see what it was? Was it his thigh?
Apparently hamstring, yeah.
Hamstring. Well, I hope it's not a tear. Maybe it's just a knock and he can be able to be playing at least for the North London Derby, because I have full faith in Trossard or Nelson to come and play against PSV, right? So if he doesn't,
Nelson against Spurs would be crazy. Yo.
If he doesn't get to play in that Champions League game, no problem. But I just hope he's fit enough to play for that North London Derby. So yeah, the next player, Eddie Dylan. Oh, who was next again? Karim?
Yeah, Karim was there.
So I am admittedly not the biggest Eddie fan, but he has whatever it is he's doing in training that earns him the start. It's been working. So the early minutes of the game, he was just on another level. He kind of faded, but so it's an offside goal. But taking the offside goal set up into account, like that awareness and everything, solid. So not a bad performance from Eddie at all. Granted, I will still give him 6.5.
All right, cool. And Dylan, let's finish off the starting 11 with Saka.
I don't know. I think this is the important part, right? Before I give my thoughts, the referee did Saka dirty this game, right? That said, my rating for him is a 7, 6.57 around there, because how Saka, like if you think about the Robin, because I think that's probably our best comparison with Saka at this point, although Saka's a red foot. But when you think about what Robin used to do, right? Him take on the defender, then get the defender on a yellow card and completely terrorize him, right? I think if Mikalenko got that yellow card today, would have seen Saka hit the next gear. But
It's
I
a
think
theme.
sorry?
For me, it's a theme with these referees when it comes to giving that first booking. They give it too late. By the time they give that first booking, there's 10 minutes left to go, Sometimes teams might just sub him off and get someone else on. Sometimes they don't give the booking at all. Today I saw the referee just breaking up there a bit. The referee not give a free kick when Ben White was clattered. He passed the ball to Saka, who was clattered, and the pass went to Odegaard. He had no options to play the ball, and he claimed that we got an advantage. Oh, where's the advantage if both of our players is on the ground? What is Odegaard going to do? Odegaard, he was surrounded like around 4 different Everton players, bro. What is he going to do in that scenario? Where's the advantage? Bro, even Paul Heckingbottom, the Sheffield coach, he spent his whole press conference complaining about referees, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get a ban. But the way how he was talking, he did not care one bit, right? Either whether a ban or a fine. But the referee situation in this league, not just that alone, even the technology, the offside thing from the World Cup and Champions League, the 3D thing, that clearly shows you where the player is offside. Why did they decided to not implement it this season? What is the reason for that? If we had problems last season where people were forgetting to draw lines and people were drawing lines at the wrong places, why not implement this system that is clearly better to have more accurate decisions? For the best league in the world, we operate like a patty shop, bro. And I just don't know how this is overlooked. I just can't understand it, bro. For a league this big, I don't understand how it is overlooked. But yeah, bro, you can go back to soccer.
No, I mean, you hit the nail on the head still. Like, it was just a shambolic refereeing performance. And like, I think I must give like Arteta some credit. I think Arteta told Saka to calm down. Right? Because you could see like Saka was ready to go back at it, but I think Mikel was just like, not worth it. Not today. Like we'll find a way to win somewhere else. So for that reason, I give Saka a 7. It's 6.5 would feel harsh based off what he went through.
Plus he got an assist.
He got the.
Oh yeah, he did get an assist. So yeah, no, 7.5. Sorry, I completely forgot about the assist. Even though it was kind of nothing assist still. But no matter, it was the assist for the game, So 7.5. Sorry, can I give him 6.5 if he got it?
Man. All right, and I'll give you over to the substitutes. Karim, let's talk about Trossard. For me, he was man of the match. But yeah, your views on Trossard.
So to come into the game in that state to replace Martinelli, and have to kind of deputize for that after missing what Martinelli brings, then to get the game winner in such an audacious manner, definitely man of the match. There was a lot of time in the match where it seemed as though he wasn't really doing that much or he was ineffective, but overall, great performance. So yeah, 8.5.
Okay. And yeah, that's another thing with Trossard. Like, he is just class when it comes to left foot, right foot, technical ability, trickery in tight spaces. Even when he drops deep sometimes, he dropped deep today, he took the ball and he basically ran in a U and got us up the field. Some small little things like that. And he's confident now, bro. He's playing with a whole lot of confidence.
And I don't think it's even just that. He's taking responsibility.
Yeah.
He's one of the older heads in the team. I mean, granted, he's not old, but he's a player in his prime, and he's taking responsibility after every shot. Like when that shot left his foot, if he missed, he looked like a man that was going to be like, well, who else was going to do it? Right? And I think that's one thing I want to see as we move on to Mikel Arteta. Yeah.
All right, cool. And Jesus, Dylan.
I think Jesus could try acting career after football done, because I was in a meeting, like a quick worship session, because my friend was presenting, and I wanted to laugh because I was just like, bro, if you even just flick him, you would dive and tumble. But I mean, he did what he had to do still. Definitely followed the manager's instructions. But I mean, for a substitute, I was hoping that he would have scored. I don't know where he would have gotten goal from, but just in that context, I just wish he scored so that for the Champions League game, he's even firing more. But it's good to go still. I think standard 7 for that.
Alright, cool. And the other two were Tomiyasu and Havertz. Anything on those two, Karim?
Yeah, man. Tomiyasu was solid. He came in. So I guess he's kind of carving out a niche for himself as like the defensive super sub. But he did very well after he came on. Havertz, he probably wasn't on for long enough, but yeah, I know the microscope is kind of on Havertz now. There were several times when I actually saw it's like he looked lost with the ball at his feet. So it's like the ball was he was trying to control the ball and he didn't really know where it was. So not a very encouraging thing, and I'm sure his detractor is going to jump on that as well. But he didn't put a foot wrong either. So Tomiyasu, I would say for a substitute appearance, like 6.5, and for Havertz a 6.
All right, cool. So yeah, let's wrap it up now for the player ratings. Mikel Arteta, Dylan.
Solid. I can't fault him. Can't fault him for today. Yeah, he always gives us what we need to win a game. And I think this was just another situation where he gave us everything we needed to win. Substitutions were inspired. Yeah, I mean, Mark Goldbridge called it a Mikel Arteta masterclass. I don't think he has watched him enough to think that this was a masterclass. But to get the clean sheet, to pick Raya is a hard decision. And people are not going to think about how hard of a decision it is, right? But Raya taking out Havertz, right? The substitution for Trossard, right? I think today he made a lot of tough decisions. And why I said that, yes, rotation is a thing, right? But that's to us Arsenal fans that are more educated and watch videos about Arsenal, right? To your average Joe that is going to the matches, they're not seeing it that way.
Why change a team that's winning?
Exactly. You have your best 11 already, why change it, right? Run them into the ground, right? So I think today was the start of the rotation that we'll see for Champions League, and I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with it. So I give Mikel Arteta, to me, he's the man of the match for today. I don't really care about normal, a player has to be the man of the match, but he gave us everything. He was calm on the touchline. He never engaged in slandish. He never engaged with the Everton crowd, which is extremely important. All right, so yeah, 8.5, 9 for me today.
All right, cool. And to wrap it up, Karim, the referees.
Good to meet you, babe.
Yeah, man. I'll let you people also put in a word or two, but poor, and I mean that all around. So not just from the main referee, but also like the camera showed quite a few times. You saw the fourth official and Sean Dice like having full-on conversations and so. Right, and I mean, I forget which game it was, but that happened sometime, and the Arsenal contingent got booked for it. So, I mean, just no consistency at all. Sean Dyche was protesting about his own players' time wasting. So I'm not quite sure what he was looking for. I just poor and borderline unprofessional. So that the challenge from Mikalenko and Saka alone, which wasn't even a foul, but should have been a booking. It was poor. So if we can even rate it, I would probably rate it at a 3.
3 generals. I think for me, when I was watching that game, right, I feel like we could take a Pepsi referee without the offside man them, right? Because what, Pepsi you only get one referee, right? Mate, you could have one Pepsi referee the game. And sorry, for people that don't understand, Pepsi is
Under
Jamaica
14.
14 football league, right? But it was literally shambolic. Like, and the thing that really pissed me off, right? When they're showing the angle of the challenge on Mikolenko, right? The referee saw. It's not like he missed him, right? And it was like all of it was just like, bro, you're not competent. You're not competent to be a referee or be in the interest of players. So, and one more thing still. I feel like we should give commentators ratings. Because the commentator for today, to me, there was the one that was calm. I don't know if it was Peter Drury or who it was. But the other one, brother, I would have given him a 0. He was like, oh, they're going to throw on Calvert-Lewin and Beto, and then Arsenal is going to be so scared. And, they're going to concede about 3 goals because Bob. I'm just like, bro, aren't you guys supposed to be, like, neutral?
Yeah, it depends still on which channel you're watching it on. So it might vary. But there was one very good one where our commentator said, right now it's stubborn versus stylish. And then he said, the stylish are up 1-0, the stubborn, blah, blah, blah. Well, it was kind of funny still, but yeah, let's shoot over. On to midweek, won this Everton game, 3 points on the table. So yeah, we reviewed that. Time to look forward. So,
unbeaten, by the way.
Unbeaten, yeah. So we have 3 matches this week. The first one is out of the way. Now full focus on the Champions League game. Our first Champions League game for 7 years.
Too long.
Bro. too long, bro. Like, it's crazy when you really think about it for a team that has been in it consistently. And a team that had taken it for granted, to be honest. So, PSV, let's start with the scoreline predictions, and then we're going to predict it 11. So, Karim.
I hate predicting scorelines versus at the European scorelines, but I don't know, 2-1 stands out.
2-1. All right.
To Arsenal, yeah.
All right, cool. We're playing at home as well. So you don't think we'll get more goals?
No, I don't see it being one of those runaway European nights.
All right, cool. Dylan,
Can I give a little context before Karim locks in his rating? All right. PSV in 4 games are unbeaten. They're 4 wins in 4 games. And I think if there's a bogey player for us from last season, it's De Jong. De Jong has 4 goals and 3 assists in 4 games. Just putting it out there. And we're playing them. We're playing them at home, right? At their home. No, it's at our home.
We're at home.
I don't know. I don't like, as Karim said, I don't really like predicting European games where I don't like watch them. I just know De Jong is going to score. I just feel it, right? But I think 2-1 is probably the safest scoreline. Yeah.
All right, so predicted 11. Let's just shoot through this quickly. Who you guys think going in goal? Karim.
Ramsdale.
Disagreements, Dylan? Think Ramsdale?
But then that mean Raya going to start the North London Derby?
No, it doesn't have to.
No,
maybe Raya, as I told you in the previous episode, 3 games in 1 week, Raya had to have one. Like, he's a quality keeper. If we're playing 3 games in 1 week, he has to have one. So I think that's the reason why he played this one. Ramsdale will start both, I think. So, Ramsdale. We're not going to let you chat for this one. Right back.
Ben White.
All right. Right centre back.
I think it's going to be Saliba Gabriel.
I agree with that partnership. No Kivior.
I would want Kivior to play, but I just don't think he will.
All right. Left back.
Chenko.
Zinchenko. Mm-hmm.
Chenko. All right.
Defense probably picks itself.
All right. Yeah. Let's go to midfield 3.
Odegaard, Havertz, Rice.
Odegaard, Havertz, Rice. Karim, how you go?
Yeah, man. So definitely Declan Rice. I mean, you don't spend 100 million on a player and leave them out for the Champions League start. So Rice definitely. Odegaard definitely. I'm not sure about Havertz. Fabio Vieira could get another start. Who knows? But 50-50 on that one.
All right, cool. And the front 3. This one might be a bit challenging. Martinelli injury, Jesus or Eddie. So yeah. Or you guys?
Saka is starting. We can agree there.
Yeah, Saka.
Jesus is starting. I think we can agree there. The left wing is where I'm concerned.
Definitely Trossard.
No ESR?
Bro, he's not in the picture now. So I would love to, but he's not in the picture. Even Nelson is playing there over him.
You feel like ESR could start in the midfield, or you just don't think he'll get minutes at all?
I think he can play either. And I think right now it's looking gloomy for ESR, bro, because Vieira is playing, competing for Havertz's position. And no one is competing. Normally it would be Vieira competing or Vieira being backup to Odegaard. But now Vieira is at a point where he needs to be in the team based on performances and training. So we're fitting him in over to the Havertz side, which means that's clogged up ESR's chances because ESR doesn't play Odegaard's role. So maybe we'll see changes. You never know. Maybe Odegaard might need a rest.
No Jorginho?
That's another thing as well. I was saying maybe Jorginho, Rice up. But now, bro, we'll have too much options in the 8 now to be putting Rice there. Maybe we'll see that in very big games. But PSV, I think Rice will start at the 6. But I think Jorginho will get minutes though because he can't play the full 90 minutes. We need to rotate him and spare him. So
yeah, I feel like Trossard will start because he scored today.
Yeah.
I feel as though... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, man.
Yeah, man. I feel as though Smith Rowe and Jorginho will come in as substitutes.
All right.
And definitely, I feel Smith Rowe will probably come back for the League Cup. Probably get a start then, but let's see.
All right, cool. So yeah, that's basically it. That's the end of this episode, guys. Karim, thank you so much for coming on. And yeah, guys, go and check out Dylan's appearance on TDK Live on YouTube. I know Dylan was very, very excited to be on it. It's one of his most favorite YouTubers and YouTube channels. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms, which will be down below in the description. And yeah.
Oh, and comment, bring Karim back on the channel.
All right. Peace.
All right.
The Gunnaz Podcast.